Yeah, are you guys like doing the pingy thingy?
Did the thing already.
What are we calling this? Is this a podcast?
Red. It's Clash.
Anyway, boys, good morning. You ready to do a podcast?
Yeah, I woke up for this. Let's do it.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. Like these 8 a.m. ones. Like I know it's a good time for the four of us, but it is a little depressing having to like I'm awake regardless.
Personally, I quite like my 4 in the afternoon podcasts. They're quite quite a relaxed time in the day.
I know I'm awake regardless because I got a young kid who cannot stand the sight of sleeping peaceful parents. But just like the caffeine hasn't had time to soak in yet, and I'm still stumbling.
Well, I might add that for at least a year or two, I used to stay awake until 2 in the morning to do these damn things. So I don't feel I feel a tiny bit of sympathy, but not that much.
Yeah, let's get it going. Good morning, everyone. This is Red Sox Clash. We are the mods of the r/Clash of Clans subreddit. Hopefully, most of y'all know that by now. But who do we got here this morning?
Hi, Sam here.
Liam here.
And Spencer.
Yeah, and I'm Rick. So today we are going to be talking about the Springtrap Town Hall weapon announcement that came just a day or two ago. We've been talking about Period 3 of Clashiversary. I don't know if Period 3 is like the official nomenclature. That's how I always see it in the creator program. Or is like, is there an official name for the?
I don't think that's official parlance, but sure, it works.
Yeah, it's the. So if you're listening to this in the future, this is the second Pinata Army Camp gimmick week. We'll be talking about that, and then talking about Hero Rush, some of the rest of the Clashiversary stuff, touching on the torch, and then some listener comments, suggestions, etc. So first up, oh yeah, dude, I gotta tell you, freaking these Clash-O-Rama skins. Man,
We don't know how the animation all connected, Rick. Have you not?
No,
Have you not seen?
I really liked them. I got them all, and like they ain't obscured me. So I've been doing this new to me, like double overgrowth root rider hit, and I started out.
I've seen it.
Yeah, like I started out like I was crushing with it. It was like it felt like I couldn't fail. It felt really good, and then all of a sudden I just like hit a wall, and I was failing. I was getting 1 stars. Just for days in a row, and I was wondering if I just like hit like my skill ceiling in Legends, like if I climbed too fast and I got too high above my own skill ceiling. And then finally I was like, all right, I'm gonna do the try hard thing. I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna watch all of my replays, and I'm zooming in, and I noticed like my Warden keeps dying. And then I'm like, what the hell is killing him? Because he's behind a giant pack of root riders and giants and all the troop launcher junk and everything. And I zoom in, and I finally catch like a little air mine gets him, and my freaking Warden had been in air mode
The whole time. Jesus.
And I'm like, how did I not know this? I'm watching replays. The replays doesn't show like the little wing that he's in air or the foot that he's in ground. I'm looking like it doesn't show it on the deploy screen. It shows it on like the recipe screen, of course. So then I go back, okay, like how long has my Warden been in air mode? And I go and I look, like both my war hits, he was in air mode. Both my war hits in the war before, he was in air mode. And then I look, your defense log shows your last 20. So at least 2.5 days, they're all air mode. So I don't know how long this guy was in air mode, but it was
Just been chilling.
it was frustrating. I was getting so frustrated with this game. I was getting so mad. I was like swearing on my phone. And like, the funny thing is, like, I wasn't really doing all that bad. It was still like, there's 20 in the log, and I had 4 war hits, and so I still had like a 70% hit rate with him in air mode.
I guess you also have balloons and healers with him, don't you? So he's not the only air troop.
Like he was never catching heal at all, like except for his own healing tome. But I don't know. So I still had like an okay overall hit rate, but it was really frustrating because, I don't know. But like zooming in on the Warden, there's almost no animation difference between like an air mode Warden and a ground mode Warden with this skin.
Oh right.
It's so hard to tell. So
What worries me, because you only notice this after 20 attacks?
I know. So like, yeah, it's definitely on me, like for not noticing. but but like I will blame the artists who designed the skin for that one, for all of those fails over 3 days or longer. Who knows, dude? Because it was like I started doing it right at the start of Legend season, where bases are just wildly easy, and then they're like sometimes you see Town Hall 14s and stuff too. So it messed with my head because I was like I'm thinking like, okay, I'm crushing with this, but it's also easy Legends days. And then when I hit a wall, it like kind of made sense where things start getting more difficult. So I never really felt like I had to look too much into it.
Could I ask, what attack were you doing before with air troops? Was it a dragon?
I don't know. I generally don't. So like I must have done an FC or something, because there is this stupid thing where if you do an FC,
oh yeah,
with a different recipe that has an air mode Warden, it changes like your active Warden to air for some reason instead of keeping it tied to the recipe. I believe that's how it works, which is dumb and should change.
Agrees.
It's happened to me as well, so I can relate.
Yeah, I have done I've done the thing where you do an FC and then you forget to change your Warden back. But I've never kept it for days. I've usually realized after maybe the first black mine.
Exactly.
Well, Rick plays on a little phone, right, and on an iPad.
Like I play on a tablet, so like I do. I have no good excuse. It was just
you have no excuse.
It was
I did an attack in portrait mode yesterday. It was quite fun. Like with that little bug when it keeps in portrait mode. I did a whole attack. It was quite fun.
Yeah, I've never seen that. You should post on the subreddit.
Yeah, I think I should. Yeah, good idea. I'm sure no one's ever seen it before.
Springtrap change. So like the details aren't announced yet. Spencer and I have actually played it, and we can't tell you, like, hey, how much damage it's doing, etc., whatever. But
because it'll probably change.
Yeah, it might. I know. Like during we did do like testing on it, and they're like, hey, like give us your feedback. How does it feel? So yeah, of course it's still subject to change, but we probably shouldn't even say like the stats of what it was now. But just like as a concept, what do you guys think of the Springtrap change? So the change is going to be, if it's over the capacity for the spring is set to, like it's going to just do damage instead of actually flinging it. It'll still fling lower stuff, and it's only going to hit one troop in a group now. It's not going to spring groups of stuff.
I like this change. Like, just making it more useful, feeling like you're getting more value out of it. Because I always felt a bit like upgrading those was kind of useless. But what I really like most of all is the way they communicated it in advance. They're like, hey, this is why we did it, and just perfect. This is how all things should be in terms of communication from the team to us. So I really loved it.
I don't know whether I like it yet. I think without them telling us how much damage it'll do, it's really hard to tell.
Dude, you don't belong on Reddit, dude. You don't belong here if you're trying to wait for info.
Yeah, but I mean, if it does like a negligible amount of damage, I mean, like, okay, it doesn't really mean anything then. If it does a lot of damage, well, then that could, be a problem. Does it do damage to heroes? I didn't catch that.
Yeah. Like anything that touches the ground, it'll damage.
So for example, a charge, an RC charge, or a queen charge, if they ever come back to the meta, they could be in trouble if it does a lot of damage. That's what I'm trying to say, is that currently we just don't actually know whether they'll be impactful, do we? I mean, you do. We don't.
The version that we tested, it made it absolutely did not kill World Champion charges. It does introduce challenges. It makes it a little harder, but yeah, like it's not going to kill it. RC charge, like, yeah, I would say I would call it a nerf to the RC charge. If you want to sell the farm and like put all your springs into baiting an RC charge, like that's probably going to be a viable strategy.
Yeah,
but like you're also then like sacrificing those springs against root riders in the middle of a base too. So.
And obviously, if Yetis, Yeti blimps are always still a thing you kind of want spring traps for. So the only reason to upgrade them, really.
Yeah, it makes spring traps interesting again. Is what I'll say. Yeah. Like, hey, like something you gotta think about. I'm not a fan of surprise massive damage. So like having 9, like I think we had 9 spring traps in total at higher levels. So like it's a lot of like random, unplannable, unpreventable damage to add to a base. So as far as a strategic game goes, like I don't know, like the randomness of that. But I also do want a harder game, and this is like definitely a step in that direction. So I'm not going to complain.
And then obviously the other thing they announced was the removal of the weapon levels on the town hall.
Finally.
For town halls 12, 13, 14, and 15, but not 17.
I don't understand that.
Yeah, it's to reduce the time between the town halls.
Yeah. I think the quote in the announcement was like, "Hey, they're not meaningful upgrades for progression, and they want to just help people. Like they hold back meaningful progression. Maybe is what the quote was. I should have pulled it up.
Well, I would say there was already weird inconsistency with the fact that you didn't have to upgrade the weapon on 16, was it? And now you do again. And now there's going to be a weird inconsistency where you don't have to upgrade the weapon on anything but 17. I don't know if they really don't like it. I don't know why they don't just remove it. I mean, I get they want to keep the upgrade time longer for higher town, the final town hall to give us something to do. But at this point, it just seems weird.
Yeah, weird is the word I've been using for it too. Like it was cool that 16 got away from it, and we just had a max town hall weapon at 16, nice and easy. And then it was weird that they brought it back at town hall 17 and just left 16 alone. Not that I think they should have added levels to it, but just like, hey, we already broke the cycle. Like, let's just stick to it. And now removing it for lower, but keeping it at 17, also it feels weird. Just be done with it. I know it's like 17 is the era of like wasting our time. That's why we have temporary upgrades. That's why we have supercharges out of the gate. I'm just not a fan of like meaningless upgrades for the sake of padding out the time, which is like the only thing that makes sense to me for keeping it at 17 right now is it's builder time that we have to allocate.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure they'll remove it after 17.
Once 18 comes out.
Yeah, like they haven't said like, hey, is it going away with 18? I wouldn't expect it to. We got this, and this is an announcement they gave us early. Like this it's not a sneak peek. Like normally we get news like this 2-3 days out from an update. Mm-hmm. And this one's further out. So like they're trying to give players a heads up so you can decide what to do with your builders in the next weeks or months until the update. So to mess up Town Hall 17 players like that, like because we assume it's going to be a required update for Town Hall 18. So if they release Town Hall 18 and remove them from 17 anywhere near each other, that feels like a real dick move.
I like that they communicated it though.
Yeah, no, it's real. Like this year has been real nice for them making announcements like this ahead of time, so you can plan your upgrades and resources further out. Like we got the same news with the Eternal Tome rework. We got that over a month early.
Whenever they make these announcements, I feel like they make them because they think the community is going to hate them so much, and they don't want to sour the update for one little thing.
I don't think these are particularly risky changes. They're just, I don't know. Because I would assume they do them so they can get a bit of feedback and maybe change it before the updates. But I don't feel like these are particularly risky. I don't think I would have questioned it if these popped up in a sneak peek,
Yeah, like this one could have been a sneak peek, but like there would have been people mad who were just like already there are people who are saying like I just finished these levels, like this is this sucks, but
yeah, that's the other thing. I'm always a bit torn on these changes because like I spend all these times upgrading all these different levels on my alt, and I'm like, oh, what a waste. But that's always the case when improvements or reductions get made. So it's a bit of positive and negative side.
Overall, I mean, I'm a fan of streamlining, especially the more pointless upgrades in those like mid-level town halls. I'm rushing in count now, and I was a 12. I just hit 13. I'm gonna be 14 soon. Like I don't think this is even benefiting me with the speed that I'm rushing through these, but I don't know. It's cool. It's good long term for everyone. So I'm a fan.
It's a win for the community.
All right, what do we got next?
Final Clashiversary extravaganza.
I think it's the final one. There might be.
Is it not?
I don't know.
Is there more?
I'd have to look at the calendar, but the current one at least will say there are a bunch of Firecrackers in one camp. There are a bunch of Royal Ghosts in another camp, and there are a bunch of cookies, the little Pekka guys in a third camp. Are they like?
Oh my god! Can I just interject? You're right. It's not the last one. There's one more.
What is it?
It's more troops. It's just there's 5 of them. Do you want me to read them all out or?
Yeah.
Well, I can't actually. I think it's the Ram Rider, Party Wizard. The little debt collector fella we got.
Oh
I
yeah,
think.
the debt collector.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
And then what are these? Firecracker again, and Giants fella. What's his name?
The giant thrower.
Super giant.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, that's the one. So 5 of them.
Oh yeah, so that's still to come. Right now, I think what they're going for is like the whole WWE event again, where we had stuff in the camps, and it was super useful and impactful and fun. Are you enjoying this version of it for Clashiversary as much?
I can't lie. I don't like the camps. I don't like the troops coming out of the camps because I find I kind of forget about it, and then they kind of just happen, and they don't really do anything apart from being a bit annoying.
Exactly.
And I feel like not many people change their bases to strategically use the camp. So
Yeah, I honestly haven't used them.
I got a base with camps in the middle that were one of them that has the Firecrackers in the middle, so they kind of help the CC troops. And I was defending super good. I was defending real well in Legends League, and then I switched to that, and I took my first 320 day like all month. So I don't know if it's just a crappy base or like I did real well the previous 2 days after I figured out my Warden, right. So I shot up a lot, but so the first week of Clashiversary where we had pinata camps where it was like 1 party wizard, 1 ice wizard, and 1 broom witch, like what was that?
yeah, I don't know. It was just like, oh, that's a bit of a nuisance, right?
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah, and then like the broom witch did kind of slow you up for a second, and if you if you didn't, there were instances where like a single broom witch might actually cause you problems, but for the most part, yeah, you just ignored them. And then for this time, they just were like, okay, cool. Instead of 1 of each, we'll give you, I think it's like 6 of each, and they are invulnerable for 2 seconds. Which the Firecrackers, they like if all 6 of them pop off at once under that invulnerability, it's a decent amount of damage. But it's only 2 seconds, and they all die right away anyway. But then you get 5 or 6 Royal Ghosts and 5 or 6 cookies. Those do have an impact on the attacks, I feel. Yes,
they do. They definitely do enough damage. There's enough of them, but I don't find myself planning to use them. They're just gonna be. I destroy them when I destroy them. From what I'm doing in my attack, and go, oh, that's helpful. I don't know. I don't find them that exciting personally.
Yeah, I also feel like they haven't made that much of a difference.
Yeah, like the cookies are strong. The cookies on offense, I really personally I don't have the skill to plan out an attack to use them well in every one of my Legends hits. 30 seconds is I'm mostly thinking about my RC charge and where I'm going to put overgrowth and pathing, like just for my normal use of that army. And then if it happens to line up to where I can pick up like Royal Ghosts and cookies along the way, that's cool. But yeah, it's like 30 seconds isn't enough time for me personally to be able to take advantage of them. But like when it works out, it's a huge amount of like extra troops added into the bulk of my army that I do feel really helps.
Yeah, sure. It's nice when it works, but I'm not I like you exactly like you say. I'm not ever figuring out a plan to make them work, if that makes sense.
Like one of the cooler things I've seen someone do, Hooked put out a little YouTube short where he just like pops the cookies, whatever camp has the cookies, pops that and recalls them, and then adds them into like behind the rest of his spam using the
that is
torch,
quite
and
cool.
that looked really fun and strong.
Mm.
So yeah, there are like interesting ways to do it, ways to use them, but I don't know. Like I'm kind of over the camp thing. Like in WWE, it was different because it was like we had the Kane on offense and the Giant, right?
And
So
they were strong.
Yeah, massive, huge tank and something that just is carving his own way to the town hall. Those were huge
Especially
single
at
troop.
lower town halls.
Yeah, like very impactful. And I don't know, like this version of it, I'm definitely not enjoying as much.
I just think they're afraid to make it too powerful.
Yeah, I mean, kind of, but also like they've done that a bunch already. Like disarmers were way too powerful. Like the lava loons are always crazy powerful. Like, like are they really afraid of it?
If they were afraid of making stuff too powerful, we wouldn't be in the general state of the game we are. So,
yeah, just in general, like, do you think like stuff popping out of the camps to assist or fight against you? Do you think that's a fun concept to modify attacks with at all?
I think it is because it helps you like with lightning spells. You can free the troops from the camps, and on low town halls that's very helpful to distract the defenses. But higher town halls, I don't know if it makes that much of a difference.
yeah, I don't know how much I really like it.
It was interesting once, and since then I don't know. Like, yeah, I'm less excited
Overdone.
over it.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be a consistent gimmick. I didn't realize that was going to be their new thing. That every special event, something new would come out of a camp. Like, I'm over it. I don't ever think of a way to utilize it.
For Clashmas, we'll probably see presents with stuff come out of them in our camps.
Yeah, that's possible. Like, I think it's like, it's a gimmick they have now. It's a tool in the toolbox for them to pull out as needed. Just I don't like this version of it using the troops, and also like the Royal Ghosts don't even do the Royal Ghost thing. They're just like how does it make sense? Why would you have Royal Ghosts that don't go invisible and go through walls? Like, what's the point of that?
Yeah.
I won't say I never want to see it again. I'm glad it's not in War for sure. Like this version of it wasn't as cool. So if it ever comes back, I'd rather see it closer to the WWE with big, impactful. In the WWE event, I modified how I was attacking to use those, and I have no reason to do that for these troops right now. And that's what is going to make an event fun for me, is if it's like actually changing my behavior in the game.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
How did your guys' clan do in the Hero Rush?
Great. We finished the last tier.
How many clans did you finish in, Liam?
I think we did 1, 2, and 3. Well, well, obviously not by myself. Like my clanmates did most of the work. But yeah, 3 clans total.
Well, you did in the one I came to scam your rewards from. Like you were the top guy.
Oh yeah, that's the main one.
Didn't you have like 20 million or 12 million?
Yeah, I did a third of it basically.
Yeah.
10 million by myself.
I was close, 20. Yeah, it was like you had a lot. Spencer, did your clan finish it?
Yeah, in the last 10 hours, I messaged Liam and I said, "I need you to come finish it for me."
Again, the same as the Gold Rush.
We're
Like,
a little
save it last time.
because I didn't care about the scenery, but my clanmates wanted it, so I was like, okay, I'll message Liam. They all know about Liam because he just comes and helps us random days.
It's like Batman, but
Yeah,
like,
literally. They're like, "Where's Liam?"
I like the scenery. I thought it was cool. The boost was really helpful. It would have been cool to like know it was coming and how much, because there were a lot of people who, in my Rush account, I'm off in like a random clan somewhere that like, it's a lot more of a casual experience instead of being around like creators and people super deep into Clash like on my main. And there was a lot of people like really kind of panicking that they weren't going to get it. And one of the other clans in the family had finished it, and people were moving and getting it and stopping farming. So I really thought we were going to miss it. But then a couple of the leaders really like stepped up in the last day, and I tried to farm. Like I only got up to like 2 mil. The boost was cool. I liked the scenery. People were disappointed because I think they were under the impression that it was going to be the paid scenery.
Oh, it wasn't?
No. It was
That
the
was a free one.
Yeah, it was the everyone's default scenery changed for a couple days to that one.
Oh.
And the little the psych out about it too, about like, hey, it's going away, it's gonna be temporary. Like, just kidding, it's coming back in the Hero Rush. Like that was weird. It was, like I don't know whose idea that was, but that was a bad one. Because it just like made people mad for a few days.
I do think the boost really really helped a lot. Like we were so far away. Maybe not so far away, but we weren't close 3 days before the event ended, and then it was just finished, just like that. I mean, they always do this. They always make it look impossible whenever there's these kind of clan or overall challenges for multiple players. It looks like you're not going to do it, and then they just go, "Oh, here's the thing, which will just finish it for you," basically.
I don't get though, like why. First of all, why do they do the boost not during the weekend? Like that's when most people would
So-
have more time, I'd imagine.
That was the original
the second
announcement.
thing is why, like, what?
That was the original announcement. Was it was going to be a weekend
was it?
boost? Like,
Yeah, but
like almost every creator that talked about it came out and said like, hey, like weekend boost, because that was the information creators had, was like weekend
exactly.
boost. And then it was like
then it wasn't.
Yeah, it was like Friday. It was like Friday afternoon. They're like, oh yeah, like it's not gonna be a weekend boost. Don't say that. We're like, dude, like the messages that we've had, people have videos out already. What do you mean don't say it? Or it was like hidden in a comment of a different so like no one saw the yo don't say this message, which is why like
And
like there was confusion. People on Reddit were like, hey, shouldn't there be a boost right now? And you're like, oh no, it's just some. Man, I gotta remember my alarm. It's like
nice
I gotta edit.
I like
I gotta
it.
edit that out of every podcast.
That's funny.
Yeah.
The other thing I don't get is like why do they give us boosts? Why not just reduce the last milestone? Like that way you don't need to do boosts.
They do it for engagement, don't they? Realistically,
psychologically, it's gonna be better. We're giving you a boost so you get bigger numbers, and you guys can make the goal instead of like, hey, obviously y'all suck, so we're lowering the requirement. Just it's like you're gonna interpret those different ways, and one is fun and one is not.
I do like these little events, the Gold Rush and the Hero Rush. I've they're nice. They're a nice way to actually get some decent rewards. Not feel like you're guaranteed to complete it, but if you're active enough, you'll get there. They're generally a pretty fun event, I think.
Yeah, I really like them when I'm number one. So that's what motivates me.
It's a team sport, Liam. It's a team sport.
Yeah, but like when you carry the team, you just feel so much better by yourself,
Yeah, like the goal, especially with the boost, like it felt achievable for a moderately active clan to be able to do. There were a lot of complaints on Reddit saying, hey, like should these events scale down based on clan size? So even a small clan that's not as active still has a chance to complete it.
No.
I think, that's kind of, maybe I'm reading too much into it, but could they be trying to encourage less active clans or not, like with fewer members, to join more active clans with these events? Because with smaller clans, you just can't complete them.
I just think it's quite a weird premise, isn't it? Like the point is to have clanmates and do well with them.
Work
You
together.
shouldn't just be rewarding people because
Though
I
with
don't
three
know, it
friends.
just seems a bit weird.
God, oh man, there's what's the term for it where you're trying to like the comparison I'm making now is like the soda tax, where you want your society as a whole to like be healthier and drink less sugary soda, so you tax soda. I think
Sugar
it feels like
tax,
there's a
yeah.
term for that, but I don't know, like hey, I don't think they're like socially engineering the game as a whole to push people into more active clans, like at least by this event. People have a better
But
experience.
it's the same
in the
with
game.
clan games, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, like people have a better experience when they're in a better clan, and I think that is something that everyone wants. But yeah, like Liam just said, clan games already is like something you can achieve in a smaller, less active clan. And you kind of frankly got a little bit better. You get better rewards in a clan games than you did for the Hero Rush, and depending on how you value the skin.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I'm getting a lot more books and runes and valuable magic items from clan games this week than I got out of 20 chests. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
Nice.
The scenery being the top tier.
that's good.
I know, like people looked back on the tent, and like the pixel skin that we got there for free, that was like really low on the track. You barely had to do anything to get the pixel scenery, and now like it's a plain. It's a very basic scenery. I like it, but it's hey, it's a reskin default scenery just in a different style, the same as the pixel was. So I don't know, like I would have liked to see it lower, so more people could get that. Maybe not complete the full event and just have something else.
Yeah, maybe I do prefer cosmetics being the final tier. It gives you something to work for still, but it's not. It's obviously not necessary. It's not helping your progression. So I think it's a better final reward in that sense.
I agree. And
I think I disagree, and here's why. You guys let me know what you think. But like, a cosmetic is something that you're gonna miss out on, and I don't know if this is ever gonna come back. So if you are missing out, if they would have put like the anniversary book of everything as the top reward in Hero Rush, because like every year we get a book of everything related to the anniversary. A book of everything in the top reward, and the scenery is a mid-tier reward. I think you'll feel worse missing out on the cosmetic that you might not ever get than you would missing out on like a book that's basically just free progression.
Really? I'd be more annoyed about missing out on a book than a scenery I might not even ever use.
Same.
It's the same way. I much prefer the direction they're going in and monetizing cosmetics more than progression, or they're trying to, at least, to offset the cost of progression. If if all the stuff that's hard to get or more expensive to get is cosmetics, I am all for that. I'd rather players get actual progression items easier than cosmetics.
Maybe I'm alone there.
Well, no, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just
it's an opinion. So, all right.
opinion.
Like, yeah, are you guys ready to do this like 3-4 times a year? I think they said, like, I forget what it was in Judo's interview, but maybe around 3 times a year, stuff like this.
I mean, I don't mind it. Like, I don't know though, because I don't go out of my way to complete this stuff. They're the kind of events which are good because you can do them, and if you're active, you will get them done. The only thing I'll say is they do seem less exciting or remotely interesting if they happen all the time. Just a bit more, because I think the problem is they find things like this. It's a bit of a winning formula, right? They're like, okay, people like this event, let's do it 20 times. People like this event because it was easy to complete-ish and new and interesting. So I don't mind this event coming back, or in a different side and format, not at all. But I'd much rather it also be mixed up with other new things. Otherwise, it just gets a bit stale, doesn't it?
We said the same thing with because it was Mashup Madness, the original like event, right? And then,
that was brilliant. And then it got milked into oblivion.
It was like 2 months later for the second one, like where Cookie Pekkas originally like were released. It was like brand new Town 16. It was like Cookie Pekkas, and I don't remember what else was there. It had like there was a spell. There was like a Frostmite spell and Cookie Pekkas.
Something like that.
And I don't remember what else was with that season, but like I remember then we were already like Mashup Madness was awesome. I'm already over it now 2 months later.
Though all I will say is I much prefer these types of events than the ones they did. I can't remember the names of them now, but when like the whole player base contributed to the rewards track, and it just felt so arbitrary and ridiculous. I much prefer this. Yeah.
I don't like those at all.
If they never do those again, I'd be fine with it. Like, I don't want to complain about like doing nothing and getting a reward like we did for whatever the store event was. I don't remember what it was. Where
2 weeks ago.
it was like do stuff and eventually we got a bundle in the
50
store.
million milestone,
Yeah, I didn't track that. I didn't pay attention to it. It's like, hey, it's cool, it's free, it happened in the background. So I'm glad I didn't have to go grind 2 things this month. But like I'm gonna remember the rush events, and I'm not gonna remember whatever other nonsense. I've literally already forgotten it.
Yeah.
It was 2 weeks ago.
What are we talking about?
Yeah. Man,
There it goes again.
I know, because I hit snooze because I'm an idiot. But
Well, what song is that, by the way?
oh, like I dropped a comment on the video on like the YouTube video 2 weeks ago, and I'm like if anyone can pick up that song, I'll give you a gold pass. If you know what it is, like hey, like offer still
Nice.
stands. So like maybe I won't delete it. Like, I don't know how cleanly you heard it, but yeah, like only the first person, not everybody. All right, moving on. Oh yeah, speaking of giveaways, hey, let's just do this now. So, yeah, everyone here. Yeah, Godly, are you gonna set it up right here? Yeah, do a little giveaway. Do it for 3 future sceneries, and just make it like real quick. Just a couple minutes, please, and thank you. Appreciate that. All you guys listening, a 1 in 10 chance because like we don't have there's only 30-ish live listeners, so. And we're not Liam. If you win, I'm gonna hit you. Like if you enter.
Well, I can't enter because you said I shouldn't. So
Yeah, no, like.
although that would be kind
like
of funny.
yeah, like hey, I'm doing a giveaway, and congrats, 3 of us won. So thank you, Godly, for setting that up because I can't talk and type at the same time at all. Do you guys have any thoughts on the heroic torch?
No.
I'll confess I haven't really used it. I don't really use equipment until I've upgraded them a bit, and I haven't upgraded it very much. So I'll be honest, I haven't really used it. I've got it obviously because I'm not a weirdo like Liam who doesn't get every single
was-
epic equipment.
I was just about to say I haven't gotten it yet because I'm trying to save up my story or to max out my current equipment. I don't want a new one, so yeah, I'm probably not going to get it.
Yeah, but I don't understand it because you're gonna have to, if you ever want this equipment in the future, you're gonna have to pay gems or CWL medals.
Yeah,
Or,
that's
or
fine. I'm okay with that.
But yeah.
I just
but
broke
you've got
salmon.
but you okay. I don't know what I don't know why I'm even bothering. There's not really much point, is there?
Liam's weird. Move on.
Yeah. Rick, do you have any lovely thoughts on the heroic torch?
I'm kind of wondering if it's like gonna be a slow burn, kind of like the snake bracelet was, or people call it trash, and then eventually you kind of find a use case and what a way where it makes sense. It's not terrible, like it's not like actively hurting you to use it. There's almost always a better option. Being able to phase through walls is kind of pointless when most ground armies are bringing root riders anyway. You can use it with mass yetis and it's okay. Someone might figure something else out. I'm not terribly impressed with it, but I think before we talk nerf buff, balance change, let's give it some time and see what happens. Like if they would have buffed the snake bracelet right when it came out off the immediate feedback, snake bracelet would be incredibly OP right now instead of like snake bracelet's in a really good spot. It's usable. It's good for certain purposes, but it's not OP to where you have to use it every attack.
I think the truth is that when the new equipment comes out, everyone thinks about how they could shoehorn it into their existing strategies, and a lot of time that won't work. And then eventually, give it a month or two, someone a lot cleverer than you or I will come up with a new strategy which can genuinely utilize it. So yeah, I think it's a bit too early to have a proper judgment of it already.
I keep seeing it might be Godly who said it like more frequent balance changes month to month in Clash of Clans. Like, oh man, I would hate that. Just like, give it time to cook, let people figure it out. And like that was always like, I haven't played CR in forever, but like that was always the worst part of CR too, is like you blow all your cards in gold on one thing and then balance changes away the next month.
Well, that was a very deliberate strategy. And they knew what they were doing with that.
I think Clash of Clans does balance too slowly, but I don't want to. I wouldn't want to see like an overcorrection and balance too much.
Mm.
All right. We'll briefly go over this stuff and we'll go into listener questions. So yeah, we had a comment from Skybrogger who said, "Hey, like, what do you think of this temporary defense idea? A headhunter sitting on some type of cannon that he shoots out cards that only attack heroes." So like, I wanted to use this and like, hey, let's talk about new crafting station ideas. Like if you guys have any, but like, right off the bat, Skybrogger's idea, basically a headhunter tower. It seems like would you guys be cool with that as a
Oh.
future crafted defense?
Seems too limited to be
Yeah.
useful, to be honest. Like,
Really?
there's only 4 heroes.
Yeah, 4 heroes just mash your base up. Like,
Well, right, but like,
Yeah.
I mean, if
No,
you
they're
just
not
attack
4
with troops, it's not
barbarians.
going to do anything. It just feels underutilized.
No, there's probably a way to like,
Hmm?
if you make it a wider range.
But it's a nice idea.
Yeah, like I don't know, like some kind of hero targeting crafted station, I could definitely get behind because heroes are the bulk of your attack, honestly.
Yeah, I like that. I like that idea because to either, a lot of the times if you want to target a defense, right, you've either got to zap it, or you've got to send a hero in for it. So it won't be that easy target, or you have to take it out with an RC charge. And then heroes, they're one of the biggest reasons the meta is so easy at the moment because heroes are so strong. So honestly, I'm in favor of anything that makes heroes less strong.
I have an idea.
What's your idea?
What if there was a tower that did percent-based damage for heroes,
Shut
Like
up.
the monolith.
Yeah, you should probably upgrade it with Dark Elixir and
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd
You
be
can
quite cool.
supercharge it.
Here, not Spencer. I think you're onto something.
I did. So I made a discussion post just for us to talk about it too. Shout out to Royal Slush. He tried his little heart out to make an image for me, and then I just ignored it. But the
Basically,
top,
you're a prick.
it was a big thing, but me and Royal Slush worked it out. So the top Reddit responses for crafting stations that they wanted to see. Number 1 is basically an archer tower that just shoots poison and slows down point damage poison is kind of like an interesting spin on it. You guys down with that?
I'm sick of
Yeah,
poison
I like it.
in my attacks. Those poison towers are the worst.
It would it feels like a lot of poison to add to a base. Because that would be potentially a third poison that you could have.
But if it only affects one troop, that's not doing that much, is it? Realistically, especially if
Think about it like this.
If it locks onto a tanky troop, it's poisoning. Let's say you got 7 root riders on the base. It's poisoning 1 root rider. I mean, is that even a problem?
All right, cool. Giveaway went off.
Yeah.
Click, Matt. I don't know how to say your name. And Cube. Hey, dope.
Hey,
you guys
shout out
send
to-
me a DM on Discord, and I will get you a scenery as soon as we're done. All right. The next most upvoted idea was basically a flood tower. So kind of like a 360-degree wave that pushes ground troops back. So kind of like a ground sweeper, but 360 degrees.
I quite like that. I think it would look quite cool as well.
I would have thought a flood tower would be like it just slows them down because it's water, but yeah, I like pushing back.
Yeah,
as well.
if you get hit by a wave, you're getting pushed back, aren't you?
Well,
Unless you're very, very resilient.
Like it made me think of I had to go find a picture of it just for this post, but like there's a Mario Party game where like one person is in a boat in the middle of like a small pond, and then you jump and ground pound, and it sends waves out to like push the other players out of the ring, and that's what it
I know what you
reminded me
mean.
of.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I can get down with that too. And then the third one, is like chain lightning, more like the E-Drag chain lightning, but like his spin on it was just like an unlimited number of chains as long as they're close enough, which could be insanely powerful, or it could do nothing.
An unlimited number of chains.
Like so, yeah, like that. That was his spin was just like just if your E-Drag didn't have to stop at 4 buildings, if it just kept going as long as the buildings were close. But on defense. So like, hey, if you got spread out troops, like sometimes drags don't get too close. Like it might only hit 2 or 3 drags. Or if you're doing the attack like I'm doing, where you have troop launcher add into root riders and valks and heroes and healers and also it would zap my entire army.
Yeah, I think it really depends on what your definition of close is. I mean, not that they're popular now, but say think of like a hybrid attack or mass hogs. Like, could you imagine if they were all just flying in and then just, oh god, the entire army got zapped by one shot. I'm not sure about unlimited zaps, but I like the overall concept.
Yeah, like some kind of chain defense would be fun.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it seems that's going to have to start looking at posts like these for ideas, because if they're going to introduce a whole new raft of crafted defenses, in a few months, like they're going to need ideas.
Yeah.
I do think it's kind of a shame that they're going to waste on being temporary defenses, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It'd be cool years from now to like bring the popular ones back. Like,
Yeah. Which they'll have to do realistically, because they
Yeah.
won't be able to think of that many new things.
Boom Beach does this awesome thing where like in game they will put like they will let you vote on the stuff for the next season. Like, hey, do you want to have
Cool.
do you want to have this prototype troop or this one, or like and it's just a little pop up in game. So I could see that happening for crafted stuff where you say like, hey, like we're gonna do a fan favorite season. Which of these ones do you want to bring back? That that could be real cool. Obviously, it's going to take them building up a library of these things for a while, but
if they're continuing it at the same rate they're planning to, in a few years they'll easily have a good collection.
Yeah. All right, and then I was going to ask if you guys have any ideas too, real quick. The ones I think would be cool is just stealing more stuff from Boom Beach. So there's like 2 versions of a shield that they do. There's like a sky shield, which puts like a shield above a section of buildings, so like they can't be damaged from air stuff, which could be cool. It'd be like an anti-dragon one. Once it's destroyed from the ground, then air stuff can hit that area again. Or just Boom Beach also has shield generators you can place anywhere, and then it runs wires to it's not a town hall, it's headquarters in Boom Beach. So basically you're just adding a shield that has to be destroyed somewhere else on the map.
Okay, so it has to be destroyed to, in theory, take down Town Hall.
You can beat through it. It just takes like an ungodly amount of
Yeah.
DPS to bust through it. Or you destroy it somewhere else
sense.
and then it's nothing. So I think base builders could have fun with stuff like that.
I take a little bit of inspiration from Builder Base here, which is rare because I don't like Builder Base that much. But I was thinking if they adapted the lava launcher into a sort of ice launcher, which slow, maybe not, it wouldn't freeze troops, but slows down troops.
Like
I think that could be quite cool.
Kind of like the Town Hall 13 Town Hall effect, but just like
sure,
tossed out. Yeah.
And it would remain on the floor for a little bit, so any troops kind of walked into it would get slowed down. I think that'd be pretty neat. Obviously, big radius.
Mine's so original.
all right. What?
Yeah, I said a very powerful, high damaging, and durable defense that has a range that covers the entire map, and we could call it like the Falcon artillery.
Just the Walmart version of the Eagle.
I was gonna say something like a giant laser that just kind of shoots in a straight line, but it instantly destroys everything that it touches in that straight line. And
Sorry,
like,
what
it
on
randomly...
earth you?
So like, I don't know. It was a dumb idea, but
No. It's not a dumb idea because like that also exists in Boom Beach. They call it like a
massive just instant kill boom laser beam.
No, it's just
but like it's a thing that rotates. You don't know where it'll hit, so it's kind of a bit of randomness.
What?
I don't know. The randomness part you lose me, but like, dude, like something that just shoots through stuff, like in a straight line across the whole map. That as long as things are in that line, like that exists in Boom Beach, and I can definitely see them like, porting that one over.
Yeah, but
just like the Hook Tower.
I don't think unlimited damage and vaporizing everything it touches would work.
Guys, I just had the best idea in the whole world.
Go on.
What if Boom Beach became the 4th base in Clash of Clans?
Let's go.
Dude, Boom Beach is kind of killing it lately, dude. They just had like a whole battleship little mini game thing they added. I still haven't made it to the new town hall because you have to have a certain level of XP to upgrade your headquarters. So like you can't really like rush effectively. Also, like I know, like to stay off topic on Boom Beach too, but something I kind of realized lately is like we're always talking about, hey, like Clash has to like balance how they approach things for like hardcore players like us and the casual players who have very little information on everything. Like that's the player I am in Boom Beach because I have a basic understanding of the mechanics of the game, but like I'm a very low information user of Boom Beach. They absolutely should not be bouncing the game around me like that. Like I should not like the way I approach Boom Beach should not be part of the discussion for how to develop Boom Beach at all. So like I had that realization. This fun event has been going on for a week and I've missed 6 days of it.
You should start a Boom Beach podcast.
Classic.
Yeah. Like it might.
God.
Yeah. Like it might be
Are
able
you a moderator
to
of
reach
Boom
10
Beach
people.
subreddit?
No, I don't know who.
Do they even have a subreddit?
They used to have a moderator in the creator program, and they quit.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they have one there now at all. I don't know. Like I also don't go to the Boom Beach subreddit. All right, let's go to listener questions. If you guys have something you want to ask us, something you want to talk about, you can use the bot. All right. Yeah, let's go through some questions.
So first question is, do you think the fire camp pinatas are useless? Yes, kinda.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we talked about that earlier. Like
We've done this. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they're
Yeah.
useless. Useless isn't the word I use. Like as
Not as effective
as the
they could be.
Clashiversary event. I don't know. Like, not a fan. Next up.
What's your opinion on IG items? Guessing that in-game items?
In-game items, I would guess. Yeah, like we got a lot of good stuff for the Clashiversary. We got a ton of magic items this month. Like we had Summer Jam leading up into it. We had like this is like the big clan games with an extra tier, but not the extra point requirement, which is real nice. We got a free bundle. Yeah, bundle is the word in the shop that had equipment or books. Like we got a lot of good free stuff this month. It's all spread out, and there wasn't like a coherent anniversary narrative throughout the whole thing, tying it all together.
Which I think is a shame. I do feel like it was all very disjointed.
Yeah, like if you take a step back and like if you were to list out all the stuff that happened for this anniversary, on paper it's awesome. The way it was like marketed and brought to us made it feel not as great.
Yeah, I just feel like you could be very much forgiven for not even realizing it's for the anniversary, if you know what I mean, or that even is an anniversary.
I feel like if they just would have been like gearing up to the anniversary, here is Summer Jam, and like as part 2 of the anniversary, here's Boot Camp 2 of Summer Jam. Here is the Clashiversary Hero Rush. Here is the you hammer it into people that, hey, this is all anniversary stuff. And I think like the conversation would be a lot different, I think. All right, next question.
Is Supercell planning to nerf a wall cost? I would say no initially, but actually over time they tend to do that, I think. So possibly.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about them. If I had heard anything about it, I probably wouldn't be able to say it. But yeah, like costs generally do come down on that kind of stuff over time. I don't think we've seen a lot of wall reduction costs in past like cycles of cost reduction, but I'm not too worried about it. Like walls are easier than ever. Like I've been rushing an account. I am a couple days into Town Hall 13. I got like half my walls maxed, and I've only been playing that account for just 2 months. Like
it would be nice if they gave a point to walls again, though.
Walls are a resource sink, so you don't feel like you're wasting your time while you farm dark for heroes.
Yeah.
All right, next up.
What's the worst spell in your opinion?
The worst spell?
I said the ice block spell, but just because it's mostly new, I think, and I haven't used it that much.
The one I used, the one I like as a 17, the one I've used the least over the last 2 years is probably okay. Like I haven't touched bats, so like at Hightown levels, I don't think bats are useful at all. I don't use heals much anymore, but I do like you can bring a heal for like hog stuff but yeah, I don't know, bats.
Yeah.
Bats are probably there's a good middle chunk of the game where
They're
bat
really good
spells
at 10
are
or
super
12.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, bats are super fun for a window of the game. That's pretty big, but yeah, that's hard. I don't think there's a bad spell.
All pretty balanced. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of revives generally,
Yeah.
I don't use them.
but it is strong. You have to time it out, and it takes a little luck for things to be in the right position to get a good revive off.
Yeah. I don't think there are any bad spells. It's just ones that are now
Yeah.
used less, which sounds silly, but like,
But that's also like that shows how much thought they put into balancing each spell. That we can't come up with a clear worst spell.
Yeah.
That they're all kind of balanced.
And it's also nice that even the
It's
spells like
kudos
Rick
to
said,
them.
like the bat spells, which aren't really used at higher town halls, they still have a very good place at lower town halls, and and eventually they'll be back. Eventually, someone will find a new use of bats, and we'll all have them in our army comp. So
Exactly.
things are roundabout say.
As things goes. Have they discussed doing a potion like the hero potion, but for the mighty missile, but so boosting equipment basically? I don't think so. I haven't heard of it, but I don't think they'll do it because equipment is more like for paying players, money grab.
Yeah, like I've seen it suggested a lot. I've never seen. I don't recall ever seeing someone from Supercell engage on that idea. It feels like something that does probably come up in AMAs from time to time. We should probably, dude. It's probably about time for another AMA, right? We should see
Yeah,
if
I
like
don't remember when the
Stuart-
last one was now.
Yeah, it's been close to a year. So maybe around Town Hall release, we can convince Stuart to come on. Like I say convince him, but like the last couple times, it's literally been him like, hey, can I come do this? But yeah, we can toss it out there. All right, is there anything else?
Last question. What about the reflector from Clan Capital as a merge defense?
Ooh, that could be interesting.
I thought that was
Yeah?
cool. I was like, yeah, why not?
Shooting.
Wait, as a merge defense.
Oh wait, I was
Well,
thinking
yeah,
it's
or some
crafted.
kind of variation of it.
I was like as a crafted defense, I could see something like that like reflects damage back at attackers, or like a percentage of it. How does it even work in Capital, dude? Like I've literally never paid attention.
Maybe we should actually no, we shouldn't play Clan Capital more. Let's not be silly.
I mean, I play a lot of it. Well, like I start a lot of attacks and I quit the app, and then I don't know if that counts as playing it. But all right, I think that's gonna wrap it up.
Shoutouts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys have shout outs?
I want to shout out kind neighbors. Just thanks for being there and for being kind. Appreciate you all.
Is that like a clan, or are you talking about your literal neighbors?
Yeah.
My literal neighbors who they
Your
had
literal neighbors
but
listen to Red Talks Clash out of interest?
they don't listen. They probably don't
Oh.
because I don't want to say old, but yeah. But yeah, they had this
ageist.
awesome chocolate cake, so I really appreciate that. Yeah, anyways, and then yeah, just in general, shout out to the US and to Scotty from the other Clash podcast.
Wait, did you just shout out the entire America?
How,
Yes, I did.
like you're gonna shout out
'Cause I love
Scotty?
being at the every time I come to the US, I just love being here. It's just like you have big cars, awesome food and stuff, things that I don't get that much of in Europe.
Well,
so, yeah.
I hope I come to agree with you because I'm going for the first time in a week. So
Oh, nice. Where are you going?
oh, it's a big city. I can say I'm going to New York. So
Oh,
hopefully,
nice.
hopefully, don't fall off the Empire State Building, and I'll be all right.
True. What about you, Rick?
Yeah. Oh, I want to go back in time 2 minutes and say like, how are you gonna shout out Scotty and then like not say the name of his podcast?
Well, so the embarrassing and real reason is I'm not 100% sure about the name of the podcast. I think it's the original Clash of Clans podcast, right? Or is it just OG?
It's just the Clash of Clans podcast. So like
Yeah, okay.
Straight to the point.
Okay.
so, yeah,
See, that's why I didn't want to say it because I wasn't sure about the name. So yeah.
Okay, yeah. Do you want to take another crack at that and I can edit it?
No, it's all right. I'll live with the adjustment.
All right, yeah, Scotty. Scotty 827, the Clash of Clans podcast. It's a good show. You all should check it out and listen. All right, I'm gonna say, hey, we ward a clan called One Piece BR, and towards the end of the war, a dude hopped over and said, hey, he was a big fan of me and Trample. So shout out to Ninjits running into RTC fans in the wild. That's never happened to me, so that was cool. Every now and then, like we do get people who hop over and say like, hey, what's up? I watched Trample on YouTube or TikTok. No one's ever included me in that, so that was fun.
Well, they still haven't included me, the pricks.
Yeah, well, like you gotta. Part of it is like you didn't even capitalize your name. Your class
Yeah, I
name
don't
is-
know why I didn't capitalize. I do agree it does bother me from time to time. Maybe I'll fork out the gems and change it. Yeah, but I'm gonna have to give my hard-earned gems away.
My new Rushed account. You have to pick a name, and I did it after the Supercell ID like name change thing came to.
Oh yeah.
So now this is like I'll probably like I hate that you can't change your Supercell ID name anymore. It's like one and done forever.
Wait, on new accounts, is your Supercell ID name locked to your account name?
Yeah.
Or...
No. Like
Oh.
so you have to choose it. So it's in now that like everyone has to have an individual unique Supercell ID name,
Yeah.
it doesn't match your in-game name anymore. So if you ever change your in-game name, if you were a guy with multiple accounts, if you change your in-game name, it's always going to show that original Supercell ID name. And I hate that. Like so.
I hate it as well.
So now
It messed up my
Maybe
whole
I'll
organization.
I think. Well, the thing is, my Supercell ID name is Samuel. Because you had to have a character limit. So, I pulled out the full name, but I don't really want my account name to be Samuel, because otherwise people are going to call me Samuel, and that's a bit jarring.
Yeah, I would like to change that account name, but I don't want it to be wildly different from my Supercell ID name, because that, like, when you're switching accounts, that's what is prominently shown for no real reason. It doesn't make sense to me. It should feature like your account name, right, and your Supercell ID name lower, because I don't think of my accounts by their Supercell ID. You know, I think, hey, this is the name of this account. That's my 14. I don't know. So I think that's dumb, and I'm incentivized not to change my name and spend the gems to do that now. So poor decision. Anyway, I also want to shout out a guy named creator named Sebix. He made an awesome game called Clash Duel. It's like Wordle but with Clash at the front of it. I'm gonna put a link in the notes here, and it's real fun. It's like you type in a troop, and it tells you, hey, like, yes, you're right or wrong about all these different aspects of it. Like, is it a home village, a clan capital, a troop, whatever. And yeah, and then so you like work your way like a word through to the right troop or spell or hero or siege machine, or it's like anything. And it's really fun. I'll put a link in the show notes. Go check it out. There's a new one every day, or you can play like as much as you want. And that's gonna do it for my shout outs. So
I got frustrated because it was a pet and I couldn't guess it.
It's not like it literally says like guess the troop. So like sometimes it's like I think it could be like a rage spell, or it could be a builder base troop, or a clan castle spell, pet, hero, siege machine. Yeah, it could be like anything offense that you can use on offense. But it says troop, so it might be a little confusing. But otherwise, real fun, cool little Clash game. I've been doing it like daily for all week.
Nice. Yeah, I love those tools.
Yeah. All right, and that's gonna do it from us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You in 2 weeks?
Yeah. Thanks for joining us. We will catch you in 2 weeks.
Au revoir. Have a good one.
Bye.